Go ahead, Greg Hunter.
So Dante, like I'm sure all coaches, Jordan Leslie preaches playing hard every down, and you sort of expect that. But is that harder when you're actually on the field than those of us who aren't out there expect?
Playing hard every snap is kind of expectation with our defense and Coach Leslie's in general. So, when you're on the field, it kind of doesn't bother you to play hard because you're trying to get to the ball and make plays. So that has, it's just trying to get the ball is kind of the main idea, main focus.
Next question is from Ryan Pritt. Go ahead, Ryan.
Hey, Dante, after a nice performance out of your group last week, obviously, I'm sure the mood in the room after the game was pretty nice. What was kind of the conversation in there? How do you guys kind of make sure that kind of effort becomes the norm for you guys moving forward?
Our coach, Coach Leslie, harps on just remaining focused and don't let a good game turn into a bad game. Meaning like our good game with Baylor, so don't let this upcoming game be a bad game for you guys. So he harps on that and make sure that we're watching film and taking notes and being very focused on our technique.
Next question is from Chuck Landon. Go ahead, Chuck.
Dante, how competitive are you and Gary on and off the field?
Very competitive. He's my older brother, so I try to do better, or just try and compete with him because right now he's playing at a really high level. So I got to try to match that, or we don't really compete in a bad way. We compete in like trying to get each other better. So that's kind of like the main, So.
Go ahead, Carly.
Dante, what kind of challenges does a guy like Puka Williams present to your defense? You guys get up for this type of game in order to stop him?
He's a very active player. He's quick. He's fast. We got a taste of that last 2 years. So, to come into this game, we got to remain focused and make sure he don't make explosive plays.
Next, we'll go to Cody Nesper.
Dante, last season we talked a lot about kind of a lack of depth on the defensive line where you guys had to play, a large portion of all the snaps. Is there better depth this season, do you feel? And does that, when you don't have to play like 70 snaps, how does that help you?
It helps me by just not being out on the field for too long, just like getting breaks, stuff like that. But we do got depth, and I feel like everybody is contributing like our team very well, and I feel like we're gonna get better every day. So we just gotta get better every day. So.
Go ahead, Greg.
So Dante, back to the competitive thing with your brother. How young were you guys when I imagine you just beat each other up a lot playing video games and getting in arguments? Was that common or was that not? What was your mom's attitude like trying to keep you guys in control?
Definitely, it wasn't a lot of fighting, but definitely a lot of arguing. Like for sure, arguing was definitely a big thing through our whole lives. We kind of just argued through sports, through honestly just anything. It didn't have to do with sports. So this our competitive nature with each other is kind of just literally to get each other better and improve every day. So.
Go ahead, Kevin.
Dante, I've been talking with some of the defensive coaches about negative plays. For you, when you get in the backfield, what's your feeling? When you miss a tackle, versus the feeling when you make it. Do you talk to yourself about that? And is that one of the areas that you and the other defensive linemen talk about? Hey, how many times can we get back there and blow things up?
Definitely. The main focus is for us to make plays, behind the line of scrimmage. So if we miss a tackle, of course we're gonna be hard on ourselves and get mad at ourselves. But we gotta move on to the next play. So, of course, if we make a play, we're all gonna be excited for each other and just really excited that we made that play. But we gotta keep doing that. So.
Go ahead again, Greg.
Does it feel like old times in practice going up against Zach Frazier again? And give me a reason why Fairmont is suddenly not just you guys, but you can go over to basketball with Jalen Bridges,
right.
Athletes that have come out with girls basketball as well. What's produced all this from Fairmont Senior?
That like we're just very competitive, school and environment. Like for us, it's like we all trying to make scholarships. So honestly, us being here at West Virginia is like that's kind of where we want to play when we're younger. So all of us, doing the same thing we wanted to do our whole lives is it's a blessing because all of us from the same school doing the same thing we love in front of everybody we do love, friends, family. So it's a blessing for sure.
Carly, back to you.
It was kind of the same question, but yeah, what is it like having Zach at practice? And not only him, there's 5 of you now from Fairmont Senior.
Right.
You look around and just feel like old times.
Yeah, it's definitely old times. It's definitely seeing, like, especially, like, from other schools like Bridgeport and all them. So we're all really from the same area, just on the same field at the next level, just competing every day. So it's a great feeling seeing everybody's faces every day. So.
Okay, Greg?
You seem to thrive off of crowds a lot. Has it been difficult these first 2 home games not having crowds? And what do you think it's going to be like for the next one, obviously with people? And could you actually hear your mom from the stands?
Yeah, for sure. She's definitely, definitely out there. Definitely. But the first game, it was at first it was really difficult because we're all used to just having 60,000, so it was very difficult at that time. But as the game gone on and as a couple games to the next game, it doesn't really bother me. It's kind of like practice. You go out there and you have no fans. All you have is your team and your coaches. So that's kind of really all you need.
And Ryan, we'll go to you.
Going back to that Fairmont Senior thing just real quick, man. This roster's taken a pretty big West Virginia native approach in the last couple of years. That was a pretty big win they got this week over a Spring Valley.
Yeah, I saw
team
that.
A couple teammates had played for. How much do you all get into that? Did the Bridgeport guys get onto you a couple weeks ago? Did you get onto the Spring Valley guys this week? How does that play out?
I definitely got on the Spring Valley. Grayson, I definitely got on Grayson the last couple of days. I was like, Fairmont Senior, but it's just at the end of the day we're all on the same team, so I can't really like go into depth, So, but I am definitely excited for the fans to come back this next, the next game against Kansas. I forgot to answer that question, but definitely excited.
Go ahead, Greg.
One last one about your mom in the stands. So what was she cheering? I could hear some of the moms in the stands from the press box. They were using old school, high school cheers.
Yeah.
What was your mom saying? Could you hear actually what she said?
Honestly, I don't even know what she says like throughout the game. I just hear like here and there, but she's be yelling. She's definitely really supportive of me and my brother and the team. So she's gonna be loud and excited throughout the whole game. So I'm grateful. I'm thankful for it. So for sure.